Good morning, or good whatever time you're watching this video. Did any of you watch Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead? I did. And I think that Joe Cross is a good-hearted man who wanted to help people. And I'm not sure of the long-term impact of his efforts. I want to talk about my experience with that and another experience I had around the same time many years ago. I was always kind of a crunchy mom, as I've said in another video. I've got two sons. They are 22 and 19 now, but I used to be their primary meal provider. And I really tried to give them, we always have eaten meat. But of course, as a mom, you're told you need to maximize vegetables. And I've always, my weight's always gone up and down. And my husband is a yoga teacher, and there's a lot of vegetarianism in that community. He's really on the periphery of that community. He's his own kind of wolf. He's a lone wolf. I told him I'm gonna start calling him an un-yoga teacher because he's his own guy. In any case, but in the yoga community, there's a lot of that. A lot of his clients eat meat, but some of them were vegetarian. I have a friend who invited me to a special dinner at her house where we were going to learn from a digestive expert and a nutrition expert at this dinner. And she would prepare the meal for us right in front of us. And I thought, well, this sounds right up my alley. I'll learn a lot. And so I went, and I was overweight, more so even than I am now. I don't want to use the word even. I was more overweight than I am now. In any case, so she made us these kale salads. And what she did right in front of us while she was kind of giving this talk, and then she had this big stainless steel bowl with all this kale, and she put lemon juice on it, and then she took her gloved hands and massaged the kale so that the kale would start sort of pre-digesting by being kind of broken up with the lemon juice and all of that. And so we had this kale salad, and then I can't remember what else we had because the kale salad was the star of the show. And it was lovely and fresh, and it was everything you think it should be in terms of nutrition on your plate. We're just really told that kale's the deal, kale's the thing, kale's what you want to eat. So I had this kale salad, and in the meantime, I talked to her at this dinner about, well, maybe we could do a dinner for our yoga clients, something like that. And she's like, yeah. So anyway, so I eat this kale salad, and I am bloated so badly for 2 weeks following that dinner that I looked pregnant. And now this woman was a young woman, mid-20s maybe. She was really lovely, and she had a glow about her. She looked great. And I was not in my mid-20s. I was, I think, in my 40s, early 40s maybe. In any case, I remember thinking, I'm not digesting kale. It's just basically grass. I'm not, what's wrong? I look pregnant. I looked awful for 2 weeks. And in the meantime, she and I kept messaging each other back about trying to find a time and a place for her to do this nutritional information dinner for our clients, but it kept not working out. And now I'm thankful. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of a divine interference in that. So I did remember thinking about by the next day after this dinner, how is it that a nutritional expert doesn't understand that a lot of people clearly cannot digest kale or a lot of other vegetables for that matter? I don't know that she's got the life experience really to provide the information that I'm looking for, because kale was trouble for me. Now, around all of this time, and I can't remember if it was before or after this dinner, I watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, which is, if you haven't seen it, honestly, it's kind of inspiring. I even recommend watching it, even, I don't recommend that juice fast anymore, but Joe Cross was fat, sick, and nearly dead. He was very ill and obese, and he went on, I don't know, a very long juice fast. I can't remember how long it was, and he traveled the country while he did this juice fast. And he the movie was sort of his vlog of this journey. And he did become healthier, because a lot of nutrition experts, even carnivore experts, will say, that any attempt to get the crap out of your diet is gonna, at least move the notch up for you in terms of your health. And that's what he did. He lost a lot of weight. He became much healthier, but I don't know that it was sustainable. I don't know what he's currently doing. Sometimes I try to check in on his social media to see what's up. Looks like he's still doing plant-based food. In any case, I watched this, and the boys watched it, and I didn't put my children on a juice fast, but I did start making them like a little breakfast juice in the morning, and I myself went on a juice fast, and I went on like a 23-day juice fast. I tried to make it 30 days, but couldn't. I was feeling too desperate after 23 days, and I needed to eat. And now I know why. I could do 23 days of carnivore and not feel desperate. So that should tell you something. In any case, I lost some weight. I toned up. I got a glow in my cheeks, but then I realized that was not a glow. That was my skin taking on the color of like the carrots and the oranges and the sweet potatoes from the juices I was drinking. And I realized this when a woman I knew who was also familiar with juice fasting looked at me and said, "Are you doing a lot of carrot juice?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "I can tell in your skin." And then I took a closer look in the mirror, and it was not a healthy glow. It was, my skin was being informed by the color of all of these orange fruits and vegetables. In any case, so that's that. So I did that, and then I didn't kind of finish what I was doing. I thought, what I'll do is I'll get down to my goal weight, and then I will keep juicing as part of my life and incorporate other meals. But I had really kind of wrecked my digestive system, and I didn't understand that that's what was going on. Plus, I didn't understand that the nutrients weren't bioavailable to me. Those were nutrients that are meant for plants, not human beings. And that at least I wasn't even digesting the foods with the accompanying solid nutrients that would have made them a little more beneficial to me, marginally so. The whole idea behind juice fasting is that you are letting the nutrients go straight into your blood through the walls of your stomach and your intestines without stressing your digestive system with the fiber. So you're letting your digestive system rest, and then supposedly directly absorbing the rest of the nutrients. But I mean, I wasn't checking my blood sugar at that time. I'm horrified to think what I might have been doing to my blood sugar by drinking this that was supposedly absorbing straight into my blood. I don't know if I was absorbing any nutrients whatsoever. Anybody can do any kind of 23-day fast and be fine. You can do just water. You don't even need to be absorbing nutrients. So I don't know what I was doing, but I do know that I didn't get healthier. I did in terms of making sure I was absorbing and eating no crap during the 23 days. So that's great. But did I support long-term health? No, I did not support my long-term health doing that juice fast. And then I did 0 successful subsequent juice fasts despite my attempts. And I continued to feel guilty that I could not keep this going, that I couldn't. I mean, I felt like weak-minded. I felt like I had bad character, that I couldn't control myself. And then let me talk about the expense. Oh my goodness. Juice fasting, it was costing like $30 a day. I wanted to do mostly organic fruits and vegetables, at least with the ones where it really mattered, where I was putting the skin in the juicer and all of that, plus the cost of the juice machine, which I got a good one. I got a Breville. The cost of the ginger, the cucumbers were ridiculously expensive. It was much more expensive than carnivore. I will tell you that. Much more expensive. And then let me tell you how much of that I ended up throwing away. you're like, okay, all I really need to be successful in a juice fast is to just have everything in the fridge. My fridge is that way. Have everything in the fridge and be ready. And then there's like no excuse. But then there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse. And I can't tell you how many cucumbers I threw away, and you know how much kale I threw away. And I mean, I threw away so much food. And it's time consuming. Cleaning the juicer is it all that worth it if you really got to do it for your health? If you've got to go through a process that's takes effort and time and expense that helps your health, well then yes. But this was not helping my health, and I couldn't do it, and I threw a bunch of stuff away. And honestly, I don't believe in living in shame. I believe in moving forward, but I don't feel great about how much I threw away that I had spent our family's money on. I don't feel good about that. So no more juicing for me. I gave the juicer to a friend. Juicing is good for like making ginger juice or lemon juice or something to help with your cooking and those kinds of things. It was a good juicer. It was a Breville. In any case, so that's that. So I think messed up my digestive tract with those two experiences. One with the supposed nutrition expert who fed me a full meal of things I could not digest. And then going on this juicing thing. And you know, again, I really want to, Joe Cross seems like he's got a really big heart, and he really wants to do the right thing. And then he made a follow-up, and one of the guys that had lost a lot of weight in the first film had gained it all back and then some when they did the second film. And they showed it and they talked about him, and I felt that was ethical of them to do that. And I feel for that guy. I feel like if that guy would have done carnivore, he might have been able to keep it off. Now, are we perfect? No. Is carb addiction real? Yeah. And I don't know what else he had going on. I'm not perfect. I'm doing carnivore, but the thing is that the carnivore is sustainable. Like, I can wake up every day and do it. And you know what? I haven't thrown away any meat, because once you realize maybe you're not going to eat it by the time it's going to start to turn in the fridge, you just pop it in the freezer. You can't pop a cucumber in the freezer, but you can pop a steak in the freezer. So I've not thrown away any meat. Okay, that's about it. I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm so glad that I've been on this journey, that I can speak about these things, and I'm thankful for those experiences. I'm not going to juice again. I'm not going to have a kale salad again. Those things are not digestible for the human body. If any of you watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead and tried a juice fast, I'd love to hear what your experience with that was, because I know I'm not alone. The whole country was kind of taken by storm by this. So anyway, let me know. That's my video for today. I am not in my car. I'm in my house, so there's not the crap in the back of my car where I can tell y'all what's going on with my errands today. I'm gonna hang it up for right now. I love y'all. Bye bye.